But the NBA not spoil my heart. I can't watch it with this.
We can see another day. We can see our parents. We can see our friends. All right. So, Mr. Kuman, do you have anything you want to talk about?
Um,
Yesterday?
yeah, we had practice
Okay.
yesterday. We were
All
on
right.
the
What
field.
position did you play?
I play right back.
Right back? Okay.
Yeah,
All right. So you're a defender.
I'm no nonsense defender.
No, that's a defender.
I can clear the
I
ball.
know you're an American citizen, but
I will play with passion.
with passion? Oh,
With
that's
passion.
what's up. That's what's up. Okay, that's good. Any other sport? Before we go there, what's your best?
Out of FIFA, he's very good on the game. So I'm
Okay.
assuming he was good in real
Okay.
life.
All right. What's about Ivory Coast?
I don't know too much about Ivory Coast football.
Okay. All right. All right. Didier Drogba.
Yes, Drogba.
Okay, that's
very
what I'm talking
good, very
about.
Good. Yep.
You like him?
Yep. Didier.
Yeah, I like Didier Drogba. And then one of my best players too from Ghana. I like my man Asamoah Gyan.
I don't know who that
Interesting. You want to talk about in the soccer? I mean,
in the soccer.
soccer league.
Uh,
And the best player. Anything that you want to talk about? England got a pretty good team. France got a pretty good team. France is my team. Don't get me wrong.
Always have a good team. I feel like it comes down to their coaching staff not playing the right players when they need to be played.
You could be right, but I just think, I don't know. Maybe I've seen them play. I don't want to say can't go anywhere, but if you have too many talents, it's hard for you to be able to
There's no role players.
to come up with a team.
Yep,
You know what
no
I'm saying?
role players.
So it's hard. So I don't know, but I think I'm in England.
The reason I say France is because Mbappe coming with vengeance. Vengeance. Vengeance.
If Bobby's coming back, right?
Vengeance. He goal hat trick last year.
Yeah.
Not last year, but last World.
Days, man. I love his style of playing. I didn't want Argentina to win, though. Be honest
I
with
didn't.
you.
I didn't.
Huh?
I didn't. I didn't at all.
Yeah, I didn't. But
Mbappe worked too hard.
too hard.
It's
Yeah.
that he was the only one that was working hard.
I don't know if it was that substitution that the coach made on France team that I don't know, because right after that substitution, the game just went the other way.
Yeah.
I really didn't like it, but to be honest with you, I think France and England might be one of them. But if it's England or France, I will go with France.
Never take them far. They can.
But that's a problem, Mr. Kerman. You can't have all those stylish players, or the world class player on one team, and you expect them to play better.
Yeah, that's why I
It's
said
not going to
they
happen.
don't have any. Star. They're
It's
not
not going to
all-star
happen.
game.
All right, but do you watch any African team, African Cup of Nations or something like that?
Yes, I did. I did watch.
National team now.
Currently,
Sierra Leone? You said Cameroon?
no. I was saying currently, right now.
Yeah.
I really like
I think Ghana is pretty decent.
Kudus. Been doing very well for
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
Very well.
Ghana is pretty decent. Other countries, a couple of friends told me that they're doing pretty good.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see who qualify for the World Cup, the African. This is going to go far too.
Yeah.
I don't think they have that players enough.
I'm
kind
trying
of
to think
play
who
the
do
world class
we even have
players,
that will.
huh?
I'm trying to think who do we even have that could play. Players
Hey. Leah, we don't know yet. We'll find out.
even on a USA league, we paying a bunch of other ballers to come. We got Messi there right now. Suarez there.
but I don't know. I don't know the reason for compared to basketball. Soccer and basketball. America is top in the basketball.
I feel like if America was to put the amount of basketball,
So they foster that. But when it comes to soccer, I don't know how they see soccer, but soccer is a pretty good sport. Maybe that's why they're attracting all these. See them, maybe they'll be encouraged to play, but I think they should put more emphasis on soccer, just how they put on basketball and golf.
academy teams for basketball, everything. But for soccer, you have to find it, and it's hard to find. And when you do find it, they're expensive.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
sport?
My
Like
second sport, track.
track?
Track. My second
Track.
sport.
Okay. All right. I'm not too into track, but my kids run track, so
Practice is important, but when it comes to track, practice is the most important thing.
the most important.
If
Okay.
you don't practice good, it will display.
Okay.
Hmm
All right. Okay. Good. So I know you said something about
Getting more playing time.
Yeah.
Their team started doing good. I said, hold on, I like this team. I like the way they play. Because back then, that's when everybody's, let me get to the rim. Let me get.
Yeah.
So I was taking a liking to that.
Okay.
And then
Cool.
it just started picking up from there. They started succeeding. Right
Alright.
now, it's kind of shaky right now.
Okay.
We
Don-
just got eliminated.
Bryce my best player. I think he's the greatest player of all time for me, and I'll tell you that. I don't care. People will say this and that. That's fine. I mean, everybody have their own individual differences, but I think LeBron is a king. But if you need somebody to both dose or defense
Yeah,
and
it's
shoot
LeBron.
equally as well, LeBron will carry you. You know what I'm saying? But Steph is a good player, a very good player. Okay, that's a good one too.
Very good.
That's a good one.
Mhm.
That's a pretty good one. Oh, another one I play too. I like Kevin Durant.
Yep.
Kevin Durant. I like his cool
Mhm.
and stuff. He can
Let
shoot.
him go get a bucket from anyone on the court.
Yeah.
He's a person.
Yeah. I like my man Kerry. So what else you want to talk about
Um,
for young men and women in this country? Is it important to just go to school or to build up your skills? If you have that individual, focus on something like maybe a basketball, football, or
No.
something like that.
no, you shouldn't.
Shouldn't?
Even if you have the talent, if you have the skill,
Yeah.
if you want to get places, you need the knowledge to get to those places.
It's good. I like that.
Because no matter how much talent you have, you can be the best player. If you can't read book, how you read a contract to sign it?
There you go. Good point. What's in that contract?
I feel like after high school, I feel like that's the most education you need after high school. If what your focus is on sports, after high school,
Okay, I understand. That's a pretty good point. Education is very important to a point where you can read, understand, and be able to make a difference. It carry you. You have sustained an injury.
oh yeah,
That can make you play no more.
Mhm.
So what's going to happen? When you fall back on that, you got to go back. Now you be like, oh man, if I knew, I
If
should
you
pay
would've stayed
attention
in
to school too as
school,
well.
mhm.
So you always got to have.
a second, third degree.
Yeah. But that's a good thing. All right. So the next thing is, what do you think about?
Because some people can use it and it can go to their head is, I got my own money now, I can do what I want. But then you also have the other half of that spectrum where it's okay.
for that, right?
Mhm.
What would be your message to young men and women out there who wants to work and still living with their parents?
Okay. Let's say you work in cash register. That simple communication you're doing day to day, it could carry you far because you never know who you may not or may have to communicate with, and you may know.
Yes.
Some people, they never cook a day in their life. They go to McDonald's, they go start learning how to cook behind the grill. They go home now, they know how to cook meal for themselves.
Okay.
It's the simple stuff like that. Number 2, I would say budgeting. Learn how to budget. Create a budget for yourself. So when you get older, you will not put yourself in debt.
Okay. All right. That's a good point, Mr. Kramer. That's a pretty good point. I think it's good to start teaching, especially young men, why working is important, and then why managing funds also important,
Yep.
and start teaching them here and there.
Mhm.
Oh, you pay your cell phone bill, save your money, but pay your monthly cell phone bill, and that work shouldn't be something get to the head and be like, oh, I make my own money now, I can do this, I want to move out of the house. That shouldn't be the focus point. The focus point is just like it teaching you how to be a mature person tomorrow, just in case something happen. But again, that's a pretty good point. Let me ask you one more question. I mean, just
I wouldn't
just
put
from your own.
a specific age on it.
Okay.
I wouldn't put a specific age because not everyone develops mentally at the same time. Some people, their brain straight and they know exactly. Some people even 25, you could go find a 19-year-old that got their head on more straight than the 25-year-old.
Okay.
So you can't really put an age on it.
I mean, but if parents' house, I want to go live by myself.
Yep, a lot of people
Do you
say
think do you think it's something sustainable for them, or that's something? I personally think it's a trap. Is that you can move forward.
Right.
Because once they turn at 18 and you move out of your parent house, you got a lot of responsibility.
Right.
You got car note to pay, if you got a car now. If you have a cell phone, you got to pay bills.
Cell phone, internet
Now,
bill.
Yeah, now
All
you
the
can
things pile
focus.
up.
Now, if you're doing 12 hours, 3 days a week, or maybe doing 8 hours, 5 days, go and look for, let's say I want to go to school.
Mhm.
And start studying and doing better things for yourself.
You don't
So
have
I think
time.
it's a trap. And then once you get into it, it's hard to come out.
Right.
There's a conversation to be had with your parents.
Right.
You can have the conversation like, "Hey, Dad, Mom, can I stay here maybe after college?
Mhm.
After college, I can move on my own, or can I maybe, and just save up my money and you teach me how to do things after college, then maybe I can move out." That's the kind of conversation that should be had. But I think you and it's my privacy and that. But that's a trap. That's a trap. And that's how a lot of them just lay, and then they will work for 15, 20 years before they realize it. They're
Still-
35, 45 and still working at McDonald's.
Mhm.
And you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Skippy, you wanna come on? Yeah, come hang out with the man. Or
He can join you.
okay. All right. So, and he was telling me that you shouldn't put no specific time to it. So we're just discussing about the age 18, people rushing out of the house and stuff like that. So,
For when a child feels he want to leave,
yeah,
is that?
yeah, to leave his parents' house.
Well, for me, any age they decide. If at age 12 they feel like they can manage it, whenever they feel like they want to get out, 12, 13, 14, that's fine. But that's by the way, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's what I do, bring fun. But yeah, the child wants to be, okay, I can do for myself. I think I've obtained the education to be out there, especially after high school and all of that. So we from Africa, for example, even at age 25, I will still want my child to be with me because that's a cultural value, family ship. But
What make you prepared to leave the house?
you aren't
Financially, mentally, I don't think they are.
you are not prepared. But this is what I can also say to that. At age 18, they make
Okay.
them, age 18 to 21, it is their right to say what they want.
Yeah.
And if they want to move, you can't control it. You
Okay.
agree with me with that?
You can't-
Kids, we have the conversation. Those are hard conversations.
Yeah,
Okay. It's always time to prepare them
yeah,
for that age 18 should they want to
Mm.
make that decision, so that look at age 16 I start,
Yeah.
so you do the same thing with them, the aspect of managing the money to save up, so when they get to that 18 after high school,
yeah,
if it's good, because you see most of the time that leaving mommy and daddy house is based on a peer pressure, force, or don't want to listen to parental control. But sometimes there's also the for the kid to for the first apartment.
sure.
That is, if we are all under one umbrella. If they say,
Sure.
okay, my son comes to me and say, Daddy, I want to move out. Maybe because of the job I got, it's further. I want to have my little apartment.
Yeah.
That's under one good agreement. I can go co-sign for him. But he had already getting that pre-discipline to say, okay, this is how he manages, his account.
Okay.
And even banking, teach the kids how to where the maturity starts from. But the flip side to it,
Yeah,
which is the negative side, right?
Yeah.
All the bills over you for so long. Look, there's one thing living with my parents versus living on my own. But the kids don't get it until they start living on their own.
yes,
Now they go after 2-3 months.
uh-huh.
If it's okay with them, they may not come back. So there are some kids who have left and made it, and it's okay. Sometimes they rift, the argument, right? So now then they get into peer pressure with other friends, start doing other things. Then the system comes in, lock them up. It's bad. We're
they are not prepared
yeah,
to be out there, and you allow them go because they insisted.
yeah.
If something goes wrong, who you gonna blame?
I will blame myself to some
Okay.
extent. Why? As a maturity has to start from the home.
Yeah.
Because you never know. Not even them moving out. God forbid. They are living with you, they're 16, 17, and both parents passes away. Like in my home, I tell the boys, like, hey, this is how you start managing, especially the older guy you're just talking to.
Uh-huh.
He's directly after me, or take care of the other families, younger ones, and so forth. But you are not just training them to say, oh, I'm training you, so when you turn 18, you go.
Gotcha.
I would want my kid to really.
Already kids, okay? So put them out at age 18 and
When
then
you
keep
say
working.
you mean the system.
The
right?
system.
Exactly.
The system. Put them out, let them work 2-3 jobs to pay for an apartment. You can't tell me working at the McDonald's going to pay for an apartment in this country.
A child that can come, because these are challenges that even some of the kids may
Yeah.
want to talk.
Yeah.
You will find a 13-year-old kid that will say, I can't wait to leave this house. Why? What's the pressure? And
I'll be done.
I even like that, right?
Yeah.
You are going to give me what
Yeah.
I've invested in
Yes.
you.
Yes. So that when you do it, my grandchildren can be happy
prepared.
and live completely out of
Education
the
is
door.
out the door. So I like that, and that's what I love to do myself. Like, hey, go to school. Let me make sure you can be able to be planted on your 2 feet. To
Yeah. Yo is good
you know
now.
why I ask, right?
Physically and mentally.
Because you know why I ask, right?
Yes. Well,
In
yeah.
Africa, a 13-year-old is living on their own,
They
14.
went through some real tough
but the system is different.
Yeah.
But even with that, I think mentally they are more fixed because of the hardship that comes with it and different things. Good to take the kids back home to, like you did, and I really applaud
Yeah.
you for doing that. You
Yeah.
know, take them back home to go and see. But I was listening, you guys were talking about Ronaldinho, Messi, all the guys of this network. I think when I was watching, I was really loving the fact that you guys this home-based thing, because look, as a pastor, right?
Yeah.
These are things that the church need to speak on. Prepare, you know what I'm saying? Look, we are living in a real world, brother. Those times when people
We need
experience,
real solutions, man.
it's gone.
It's gone.
CEO with me as your so one of your supporting cast, I think we can come up with a program saying that if kid is in the house, right, and at age 15, 16, they can't wait to get out, it's one or two things, right? And at age 15, 16, they can't wait to get out, it's one or two things. Get out is one or two things.
There's a problem going, something going on. I'll talk a little bit. If I can't get it through, I spank you.
Yeah.
I bring it right back to you.
Yeah.
It will bring it back to yourself.
It will.
You know what I'm saying?
It will.
That's what I believe in. But here, you tell the kid, hey, come here. One time.
Hey, you.
Yeah.
Especially, I was heavy-handed on my boys, brother. What did,
I mean, I saw
and
it
when I saw that,
in retrospect.
yeah.
And when they're doing those things, they be like, oh, before they do something wrong, they're going to be like, oh, if daddy found out I did this, you're going to something wrong. They're going to be like, oh, if daddy found out I did this, you're going to spank me.
Yeah.
He did that last time.
On the contrary too, you find some kids that, okay, daddy just gonna whip me anyway, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. So they get immune to spanking.
Yeah, but those one who parents just keep hitting on them all the time.
But I've kids.
That's
once
a
you take
good
the
one for
practice away from
American
them,
kids.
Give them the book. Say, hey, go have your moment of reflection. What you just did. Go sit down and think about it for 3, 4. Wake up again. They don't even remember what they've done. Then I call and say, hey, God, the book you read, can't tell me about it. And they will tell me about it. So even though you discipline them, but it's another way. So
What's up, baby? Very.
it will make you fair, but you under my rule, right?
I want maybe very.
So what I'm saying, before the children can call the police on you, you don't want that.
But well, the thing is, when they're calling the police on you and this that, you can explain too. I don't think
You can.
Honestly, as soon as the kids misbehave, they rather put them in jail.
But I tell you something.
So why you should put them in jail? Why can't discipline them?
I tell you something, brother, Mr. Host. I was in Walmart. Life out of in Walmart.
Wait,
This
uniform
was-
on?
Yeah, of course. I had no use police now. And he pulled her down. Then he turned around to me and said, that's what you need to do to the young man because it was sport. See? But overall,
Oh man, it's funny.
overall, Joe, we are not just trying to do. It's like imagine what can happen. Asking will always tell, hey, in the case I'm not in the case where I'm not here or your mommy is not around. So it's not necessarily for them to go live out on their own, but
Yeah.
just think. I know we're living a crazy world.
But
Yeah.
again, it's detrimental,
Yeah.
and the kids not prepared. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
for lifetime, for lifetime.
And also you do these things, discipline, train the kids, so that they can also represent you well.
Yeah.
Whilst they are in college,
Mhm.
Daddy, I want to be on my own, and I have that finance to say, okay, I will do that.
Okay.
Look, it's all about the plan. You are preparing to see how he can manage his life in my absence.
Yeah.
You see that?
Okay.
But the house is always there. He can always come back home. His room is there, as a matter of fact.
That's true.
And you tell him, Leo, you out there. Fine. I don't have to come to the house. But know that if it gets tough, you can come back. That's that family oriented, glue. So the kids, we will not teach them, of course, we will not teach them to say, oh, you can only get out when there's a problem, then you're fighting, you don't want to.
Yeah.
If they want to self, I can
All
support
right.
that.
I think we are done for
was just
tonight.
Yeah.
So thank you for watching. We appreciate. And then now I just turn the show back over to Mr. Do you want
end
to say
the
anything
show?
before we?
No, I just want to say thanks. I mean, I
Okay.
love this topic. I want to say thanks to your I don't know, your co-host for today, Leo. Thank you for
Yeah.
being on. I was watching you talking about. I don't know
Same.
if he mentioned it.
He did mention that.
He was soccer captain for his school. Played defense. They won a state championship or so.